Hello, my name is Edward Brown of the Courage Image and Charisma Institute. And today I want to talk about how you can electrify audiences like charismatic leaders when you speak. How many times have you gone to a presentation, a speech, or a meeting, and that one person stood up and the way he or she spoke engaged you, moved you, and stirred you emotionally and intellectually? And you said to yourself, man, if I could have a little of that, how far in life would I be? And so today I want to talk about what you can do to be more charismatic, like Bill Clinton and like Martin Luther King, but not necessarily to the extent that you want to be those individuals. And I want to be specific about that in a minute. Your personality is what it is. First and foremost, be who you are and be okay with your natural way of expressing yourself. A good example would be when you see a friend of yours or a colleague, you talk in a way that's very natural to you. Let me tell you what I did this past weekend. Let me tell you about the vacation I went on. Let me tell you about this man or this woman I met. All those things move towards something you're concerned about, but also how you start gesturing, how you start moving your body, engaging, moving back. All those things have everything to do with who you are as a person, how you actually express yourself. And so, Kathy, if you are talking that way one-on-one with your colleague or your friend, then you just expand that exponentially when you're talking to 1,000, 5,000, 25,000 people. It should be as conversationally, as comfortable, and as engaging as one-on-one. That's your personality. Secondly, your vulnerability and your ability to allow yourself to unfold in front of an audience is going to allow you to be more charismatic and separate you from the pack. Because most people are self-conscious. I can't believe I'm here. People looking at me. Why is that guy looking at me? Oh my God, he doesn't like what I'm saying. I can't tell what his first expression is suggesting. When you get all self-conscious about what you're saying as opposed to just being vulnerable, allowing yourself to say, I'm here, I'm important, my experience count, and you need to hear this because you're afraid to do what I'm doing right now. Oprah Winfrey for 25 years was successful at being a talk show host, not because she did anything unique. Donahue had started the process and people before him. But what she did was, if you brought a prostitute on there, she was a prostitute. You brought somebody who had crack addiction once upon a time, she had crack addiction. So what do you do with an Oprah Winfrey who invariably has had all these vast array of experiences that she's telling you, okay, well, you think you got a scandal? Well, look at show 2, show 3. You can't bust anybody like that. You can't tell somebody or reveal something that the world hasn't heard about that person because the person already told to the world what they have experienced. So you want to be that person, totally vulnerable, totally open, because we all human beings have an experience, so your responsibility is to connect with that experience on a stage. Lastly, your role and responsibility is to entertain and to educate, to tap into the left and the right side of the brain. And so as you are passionately talking about an idea or a story or something as an example that happened to the focal point of discussion, you want to weigh both sides. You don't want to be totally entertaining to the point where you become a jokester or some kind of dramatist, but you also don't want to be so academic or so over the top with highbrow information that people say, oh my God, I'm bored stiff. He had me or she had me in the beginning, but now I'm falling asleep. You want to merge and marry the two. Always playing both sides to the middle. Always weighing which one is overlapping and then bringing in with the other side. So at the end of the day, not only have you moved them emotionally, but you've moved them intellectually.